it seems clear to me that the system, that the processes were followed that were in place at the time. That was before I was president of the UCI. Since that time, we've reviewed those processes, we've improved them, we've got them to a higher standard of administration even than is required by WADA. We now require 3 independent doctors to agree with those, that prescription of those substances, and I'm confident that we've got a good system in place now. If you want to have a debate, a discussion about whether there should be therapeutic use exemptions, I think that's a different argument. They are allowed, they are part of the system, and it seems that the system was followed.
Since you took over in 2013, do you think cycling has regained its credibility?
Well, I believe so, and I think it's a battle that will continue always. I think there will always be people who try and cheat in any walk of life, whether it's sport or business. We had a Cycling Independent Reform Commission which did a comprehensive review of the history of doping in cycling, looked at some of the allegations of the recent past, and again gave us 35 lessons, things that we had to do to avoid those kind of problems recurring. So we've generally now got independent processes. There's no conflict of interest. I don't get involved. No other senior member of the UCI's management committee or the staff of the UCI gets involved in the detail of anti-doping. We've outsourced all of that to an independent body, the Cycling Anti-Doping Foundation. We have an independent legal team that's supervised by an external legal counsel that handles the case management of those cases. So there's no interference, no possibility of those conflicts of interest. And I think those are things that are absolutely key to governing sport with integrity and transparency. One of my jobs is to make sure that in our sport, families can trust that if they bring their children into our sport, they can go all the way to the top if they have the ability and the dedication without having to lie, without having to cheat, without having to take substances that might damage their health in the long term, and without having to spend the rest of their lives looking over their shoulders. Now, those are fairly fundamental requirements, I think, in terms of governing a sport and running it with integrity.